Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So in this month we have been singing Damodara-āṣṭakaṁ, and yesterday we covered the 7th verse of Damodara-āṣṭakaṁ. So today we will conclude on this Damodara-āṣṭakaṁ series with the last verse, and a very, very nice, very sweet, and the concluding verse of Damodara-āṣṭakaṁ. That is verse number 8. Let's sing together, everyone. Namaste studane spura dipti dhamne tvadiyodharayatha vishvasya dhamne namo radhikaye tvadiya priyaye namo nantalilaye devaya tubhyam. So here, Satyavrat Muni in the concluding verse, very beautifully, very nicely, with a lot of humility, he's offering obeisances. He's offering obeisances to 4 entities. First, Namastestu Damne. Damne means rope. He's offering obeisances to the rope. Second, then he's offering obeisances to Namastestu Udara. He's offering the obeisance to belly of the Lord. And then Namo Radhikaye. Then he offers obeisances to Srimati Radharani. And then Namo Anantalilaya. He offers obeisances to Ananta Leelas of the Lord. So these are the 4 obeisances which Satyavrat Muni at the end in this concluding verse is offering with a lot of realizations. Let's begin one by one and try to understand these 4 obeisances that he is offering and the depth of the same. The first one, Namastestu Damne. Now all of us know, we have been singing this the entire month. At least theoretically, we know very well that Lord was not bound with mere ropes. Lord was bound by the love of Mother Yasoda. So the rope that can bind Krishna is only one rope, and that rope's name is Krishna Prem. Nothing else can bind Krishna. Not possible. When Duryodhan tried conquering Krishna, when Krishna came as peace messenger, you can just imagine, soldiers are coming to conquer Krishna, capture Krishna. Krishna manifests as a universal form. Krishna could have done the same thing. Mother Yasoda is binding him in universal form, suddenly. Just imagine. Then it will not be 2 fingers short. A rope will not be available only for doing anything. So we see that what actually binds Krishna is love of his devotees. Nothing else can bind Krishna. And love of his devotees is a consistent, mature love. And that comes only at the prema stage. Shraddha, sadhu sangha, bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti, and stuck. That's what our kids said. And after that, when you go a little more ahead, then comes nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhava, and then prema. So therefore the people who reach at this stage, the devotees who reach at this stage, prema stage, bhava and prema stage, they are the ones who can conquer Krishna. Many times in this world, people say, Bhakti to bhav se kiya jana chahiye. Prem se kiya jana chahiye. Do you really know the 9 stages of bhakti? You will see in ignorance, people speak the right thing, but implement the wrong thing. ये externally ये सब दिखावा क्यों करना है? Why to do all this externally? भक्ति दिल में रखिए, शुद्ध भक्ति कीजिए, प्रेम भक्ति कीजिए, भाव भक्ति कीजिए. Now when a devotee has heard these classes and hears these ignorant people, they say, oh my God, he knows so much from the Shastra. You know what, in India, it's very, very natural for everyone to know about bhakti. previously people were implementing. Now people only speak. That's the only difference. But actually everyone knows about bhakti and everyone knows it has to be shuddha. It has to be done with bhava and prema. But unfortunately, one thing that people don't understand is we have to cross all these stages, which are the stages of increasing faith that finally come to prema stage to implement what they're actually talking about. So this way we understand those devotees who are there at this platform, the prema platform, they conquer Krishna. They conquer Krishna with this mahapasha, with this big rope. That is Krishna prema. And Krishna himself is saying this. Aham bhakta paradino yasotantra iva dvijam sadhuvir ghasta rudayo bhakter bhakta janapriya. Krishna is saying that I am paradhin. I am captured. I don't have any swatantra because of those devotees who capture me. And he's saying not just that these devotees who capture me are dear to me, even the devotees who are dear to these devotees, they are also very dear to me. They can also capture me. And the example that is given in this context is cows were devotees of Krishna in Vrindavan. But cows were also dragging Krishna all around in Vrindavan. Only because the mother is of the calves, they are devotees of Krishna. Calves also got this great opportunity or the great privilege that when Krishna was holding the tail of the calf was taking the Lord, the Supreme Personality of God, all around in Braj, dragging him. So bhakta priya jana. So in this way we understand Krishna prema is that rope which can actually tie Krishna, and using that one can conquer Krishna. And here, Krishna is also very clear in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. How many times he has told, it's only bhakti. Only by bhakti, no, I can be captured. Only by bhakti someone can know me. Bhaktya maam abhijanati yavat yaschasmi tatvatah. Only through bhakti, someone can understand me. 9:26. Patra pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Tada bhaktya oparitam ashnami prayatatmana. Twice full word bhakti is used. And Krishna is emphasizing in this point that only when someone offers me with love and devotion, I accept. Doesn't matter what the offering is. I accept. So in this way, Krishna is proving this point again and again. It's only bhakti. And Satyavrat Muni also very clearly, in the third stanza of Dāmodarāṣṭakaṁ, third verse of Dāmodarāṣṭakaṁ, he says, Bhaktya jitatvam. How can someone conquer Krishna? Only by bhakti. And whenever this word bhakti is used, we have to understand, as devotees who are practicing for quite some time now, we have to understand always we are talking about prema bhakti. Because devotees at prema bhakti, only they can conquer jitatvam. Only they can conquer the Lord. Others cannot. Others cannot, for sure. Now, how is this mahapasha? How is this big rope? Namastestu damne spurat deepti dham. So here the word dhamne. So there are two words basically, damne and dhamne. So damne is the rope and dhamne talks about the abode. So here it is spurat deepti dhamne. Spurat deepti dhama. Dhama means abode. Abode of what? Abode of spurat and deepti. That basically he goes on to say splendorous effulgence. So it is the abode of splendorous effulgence. So this rope is the abode of all the effulgence that is there. Now you can imagine Krishna prema is compared to effulgence. And that too source of all the effulgence, dharma of all effulgence. And this is a fact. Because this effulgence, when it manifests, that gives a lot of clarity, as I was already mentioning. Every day we sing this Guru Vandana. Prema bhakti jayate avidya vinasha jate. So this is so wonderfully it is sung, that wherever there is prema bhakti, there is no question of darkness, there is no question of avidya. It's only effulgence. And whichever devotee has got the effulgence, one thing is for sure, that devotee will have full clarity of what next to do in devotional service. No doubt will be there. What next to do? Therefore, one prayer which every devotee should have is, "Oh Lord, please give me clarity of what next to do." Because many of the times, in different critical situations, it's very difficult to understand what steps should I take so that my bhakti grows and not gets affected in a negative way. So this clarity is something which we have to beg to the Lord. Whenever we are stuck in some situation, we have to pray for the clarity. Because finally, with clarity only, we can continue practicing devotional service. Without clarity, there's no question of practicing devotional service. Therefore, it's very, very, very important that every devotee should have clarity. Maybe now we might not have complete clarity, we can always pray to the Lord. But when someone reaches the stage of prema bhakti, that devotee will have full clarity, and that is compared to effulgence. Spura, Deepti, Dhama, abode of splendorous effulgence. So this way we understand that prema bhakti gives clarity. And clarity is something which every devotee should have, so that the devotee can continue practicing devotional service. At our level, since we don't have prema, we don't have bhakti, the only thing that we can do is, "Oh Lord, please tell me what to do now in this situation." And such a devotee is the one who's actually advancing in Krishna consciousness. Because he's asking for clarity, not because he wants to get out of the situation. He's asking for clarity so that with one pointed focus, he can continue his uninterrupted devotional service. Therefore, devotees pray for clarity. Namaste stu damne spurat deepti dhamne tvadiyodarayata vishwasya dhamne. Now he's saying tvadiya udara. Now he's saying, I offer my obeisances to your udara. Udara means belly. I offer my obeisances to udara. Now Krishna's udara is very nice. It is the abode of everything. Philosophically, let's discuss philosophically first, and then we'll see some pastimes also. Now philosophically, if we see whatever we have read from Srimad Bhagavatam, so from the navel of the Lord sprouts that lotus flower on which Adi Kavi took his birth. That is, Brahma took his birth. And then Brahma did the secondary creation. So can you imagine, from the navel comes the lotus flower, and on the lotus flower there's Brahma. At this lotus stem that is there, it has got the 14 planetary systems. Krishna has got everything within himself, and that just comes out. So here we understand that how Krishna's belly, from the belly comes all this. So it also goes on to say, in the belly it was there, so it is coming out. First point. Yes. And another very, very important point now to understand here is Satyavrata Muni, very intelligently, he first pays obeisance to rope, and then he pays obeisance to belly. Now someone might ask, you should have paid obeisance first to the belly and then to the rope, because belly is Vishwasya Dhama. It is the abode of the entire Vishwa. But Satyavrata Muni is like, no. The rope is on the belly. So first rope and then belly. Another very important thing, if belly is that great, then just imagine rope is so great which is binding that belly. So my first obeisance is to this rope. In his Upanishad, the first shloka, the first mantra that is there, it says, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. So whatever is there in this world, animate or inanimate, moving, non-moving, sthavara jangama, everything belongs to the Lord. He is the owner of everything. He owns all of that. And Krishna also tells, chapter 8 shloka, Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarva pravartate. Everything in this world has come from me. If everything has to come from Krishna, then everything has to be there within him. And therefore in this line, Satyavrata Muni very philosophically puts the point. Your Udara is what? Vishwasya Dhama. It is the abode of the entire Vishwa, abode of the entire universe. And Krishna Leela, Krishna proved it. How many times he proved that he has entire Vishwa within himself? Once, twice, thrice. None of these. Once. Actually twice. Now what happened is, when Krishna felt that I should fly in the air, he invited Trinavarta. And that time Mother Yasoda was holding Krishna and he was becoming heavier and heavier. Mother Yasoda felt that, oh, maybe ghost has haunted this boy. He was becoming heavier. And she kept Krishna down and she went that side. And she was thinking, what's wrong with my child? How come he became so heavy? Krishna became heavy because he wanted to be there on the ground to welcome Trinavarta. And then Trinavarta will take him and then he'll have a nice ride all around Braj. She wanted to see Braj from the top. Some acharyas also say that Krishna would see the bird and he'd always think, where will I fly? And the day came. Trinavarta took him and then all that Leela happened and Krishna with his little hands with which he'll steal butter and eat butter, he choked the throat of Trinavarta. And Trinavarta fell from the top on the stone and he died. When all this pastime happened, Yasoda Maya was very great anxiety. So after this entire pastime, Yasoda Maya wanted to feed milk to Krishna. So she took Krishna on the lap. And then she just opened the mouth of Krishna to see how many teeth are there. Let me count. And when she opened, it was not just teeth. It was the entire Vishwa inside the mouth of Krishna. And she was completely bewildered. I was thinking that he's haunted by a ghost. Actually, he is. And the Vatsalya of Mother Yasoda is so great. She can never think that he is Narayan. In fact, she started praying to Narayan, please save me and please save this boy also. And Krishna has closed his mouth. And then, he was in the mode of drinking milk. Mother Yasoda started feeding milk. Second time when Krishna ate dirt, when Krishna ate mud. This is one of my favorite pastime. Khule aam jhoot. He's lying just openly. And all our acharyas are proving, no, he's not a liar, he's satya. But he's truth. He's absolute truth. Very beautifully, Shukadeva Goswami narrates this entire pastime. Ekada krida manaste ramatya gopadarakaha Krishno mridam bhakshitvan iti matare nivedayat. All these gopas, they came, were playing with Krishna. Maya, look at your son, he's eating mud. When so many gopis came and complained that he's eating butter in our house, Mother Yasoda never chastised Krishna. She used to say, no problem. Whatever butter he has stolen, take it from my house. That was the statement which Mother Yasoda would have. But here, when she heard that Krishna is eating mud, she became really great anxiety. And that Shukadeva Goswami says, Hitaishini. She was the one who was caring for Krishna's hita. She was caring for Krishna's well-being. So she ran immediately to that place. And then looking at Krishna, now she is saying, Kasman radam adattatman bhavat bhakshitavan raha. Kasman, now she is not asking, did you eat or did you not? Why? Kasman, why did you eat dirt? And Krishna, when did I eat dirt? Raha. In a solitary place. No, I didn't. Who told you? And then she's in Vadanti Tavakahi. From your team only, everyone is saying. All my team members are liars. And then Mother Yasoda is saying, Kumaraste grajopiyam. Not just your friend, your agraja, your elder brother is also saying that. Now Krishna has no escape. Mud is there in the mouth. Everyone has complained. And some acharyas also describe that Krishna was eating mud. And Mother Yasoda saw him eating mud. And then she caught his hand, the hand which was eating mud. And then she asked, Kasman, why you ate mud? And in that also Krishna has got all the guts and confidence to say, no, I did. I didn't. And then it is described in the next, how Krishna replies. Naham bhakshitavanamba sarve mithyavi samshanaha. Naham bhakshitavan, I didn't eat. Sarve mithyavi samshanaha. All of them are liars, including my elder brother Balram. And then very nicely it is described. Yadi yadi satya girastarhi. If you really want to understand the truth, samaksham pashyame mukham. Look into my mouth. Now it is described that Krishna was thinking, if I speak confidently, like people in the age of Kali speak confidently, then my mother will believe in the words of mine. Mother Yasoda was in a different mood altogether. Okay, open your mouth, I want to see. And it's described, all that mud that was there inside the mouth, he started gulping somehow. And out of fear, Acharyas say, out of fear to escape from the situation, Krishna opened his mouth and manifested the entire universe that is there within himself. And then Mother Yasoda saw that and she's like, I thought you eaten mud, looks like you've eaten entire universe. And obviously Krishna closed his mouth after some time, he smiled and Mother forward everything. So the second time when this was shown, the universe was shown. Third time, not in Krishna Leela, but this was in the Leela of Markandeya Rishi. So Markandeya, he was sitting and he was doing his tapasya. And suddenly, there was a great illusion that was created around him. The illusion of the complete annihilation, inundation of the entire world. Torrents of rain, lot of various other winds and this and that, whatever is there during the time of Pralaya. And then when torrents of rain and other things were there, the entire world was inundated. The entire universe was inundated with water. And Markandeya, he has got this boon of being eternal, or having a long life, to be more precise. And even when Brahma dies, Markandeya Rishi remains. And here in the water of inundation, no one is there, it's all pitch dark. And Markandeya Rishi is swimming across here and there. And Bhagavatam says, 11th canto, for millions of years he was swimming across. For millions of years. And finally he found an island. And on that island, there was a Vatavriksha, that is a banyan tree. And then when he went close, he was able to see on that banyan tree in the northeast direction of the branch, there was a banyan leaf. And on that, there was a very, very beautiful boy. And what was this boy doing? Very beautifully, Bilvamangal Thakur, he describes in a song, Bala Mukundashtakam. He says, Kararavinde, Padaravindam, Mukharavinde, Viniveshayantam. So now he is saying everywhere he's putting lotus. He's saying Kararavinde, Kararavindena Mukha, Kararavindena Padaravindam. With his lotus hands, he's holding his lotus feet, and Mukharavinde is putting these lotus feet in his mouth. You might have seen that very famous photo, famous picture, where Lord Krishna is lying on the banyan leaf and is putting his toe into his mouth. And then it is described, Vatasya patrasya puteshayanam balam mukundam manasasmarami. And on what leaf he is in? Vata leaf, that is the leaf of banyan tree. Now this beautiful scene was seen by whom? By this personality whose name is Markandeya Rishi. Now everywhere it was pitch dark. How did he see? And obviously the answer is, the self-effulgent personality was there on the banyan leaf. He did not need a light or a torch. And then when he was watching that, oh, such self-effulgent, and then he went closer and closer to understand who that personality is. And then he saw this personality, Lord Sri Krishna, in his Bal Gopal form, sucking his own toe. Now, why he was sucking toe, etc., will not get into that. Another, mellow and pastime that is. But here, as soon as he was observing this, what happened? Bhagavatam 12th canto, 9th chapter, Shloka 27 describes, Tavat Shishor Vai Swasitena Bhargava. At that time, when he was looking at the Shishu, that is a small boy, what happened? Shwasa. Krishna was breathing and he took, during inhalation, he took Markandeya also within himself. Saha antaha shariram mashako yathavashit. So here it is said that how did Markandeya enter the body of Krishna like any small mosquito would enter. Markandeya is compared to a mosquito here. And there is a tatrapya ado nyastam achashtam kritsnasho. So when he entered the body of the Lord, he saw Adaha, this universe. Nyastam achashta kritsnaso, complete universe he saw in the belly of the Lord. Yatha pura muya ativa vismitaha. Pura. So whatever was existing before the inundation, the entire universe, the same universe he saw in the belly of the Lord. In Vismita, he was completely surprised. So here we understand very clearly from this pastime also that how universe is there in the belly of Krishna. Vishwasya dhamne. It's the dham, it's the abode of the entire universe. And here Markandeya Rishi saw that. Mother Yasoda saw twice. And to that belly, which holds the entire universe, entire Vishwa, Satyavrat Muni, he is offering his obeisances. Namastestu dhamne pura dipti dhamne tvadiyodarayat vishwasya dhamne. Now after that, he is paying obeisances to the next personality. So here Mother Yasoda is glorified in the song because Mother Yasoda, by her vatsalya, by her motherly affection, she conquered Krishna. And these two statements are very important. Paying obeisance to the rope and paying obeisance to belly. Basically, Satyavrat Muni is highlighting the Vatsalya mode or Bhakta Vatsalyata of Krishna. Very, very, very nicely depicted in this pastime and very nicely depicted or written by Satyavrat Muni. After Mother Yasoda, going a bit higher, Satyavrat Muni is remembering Srimati Radharani. And he offers obeisances to Srimati Radharani. Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai. Now I can go on describing about Srimati Radharani, on and on. Srimati Radharani is very, very dear to Krishna. At the start of Kartik month, we had a discussion where we tried highlighting some points. That how this month is dear to Radharani, so this month is dear to Krishna. So she is very dear to Lord Shri Krishna. Why is she very dear to Krishna? If suppose this question is asked, a lot of things can be spoken. First thing is, this word Radhika, that is a very, very nice word, Radhika, comes from the word Aradhana. And in Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami does not use the word Radhika directly, but he uses the word Aradhana. That gopi who is always engaged in serving the Supreme Personality of God. Srimati Radharani does not know anything except Krishna. Now we might be also devotees, but then we know everything else apart from Krishna. But she knows only Krishna. At the pastime when she appeared, all her senses were closed. She was not at all using any of the senses to do anything. It was all closed, including the eyes and the mouth, ears and everything. Vrishabhadra Maharaj is confused. After so many years, finally I got a child, and this child is deaf, blind and dumb. But then, on the day of Namakarana Samskar of Srimati Radharani, when Krishna came with Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda, I cannot forget that video which I saw, the animated video. So where Krishna crawls to that room where Radharani was there in the cradle, and then Krishna goes up and he looks into the cradle, and at that time, for the first time in the Bhauma Leela, Srimati Radharani opens her lotus petal like eyes. And Krishna's eyes are already open, both of them are looking at each other. And at that time, Srimati Radharani, for the first time, she spoke, she heard, she saw. This is called as chastity of a devotee. The only thing that Srimati Radharani knows is Krishna. Only thing she knows is Krishna. And the only desire that she has is, I want to please Krishna. The only desire is, I want to please Krishna. This is the only goal of her life. What should I do now at this point of time to give pleasure to my Lord? To give pleasure to my Lord. And just to give pleasure to Krishna, she cooks wonderful dishes, which she has not repeated till date from time immemorial. I really wonder the recipe book, how big the recipe book of Radharani would be. If she penned down all the recipe, it will be like huge, huge. And therefore it is described that only Radharani cooks for Krishna. Even Yasoda Maiya, when she got to know about Srimati Radharani's expertise in cooking, she called that, please, every day you come and cook for my Kana. And therefore in ISKCON we say, the kitchen belongs to Srimati Radharani. Radhika's kitchen. Radharani's kitchen. Now we see that she does various leelas with the Lord. When she is doing various leelas, there are some pastimes where she scolds Krishna, she is angry on Krishna. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is describing what actually Krishna likes. And very beautifully it is described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Krishna does not like the Vedic hymns. Krishna is more pleased when these gopis, headed by Srimati Radharani, chastise him left and right. Give gali to him. Krishna, this is very nice, this is very soothing. And whenever Srimati Radharani, she gets angry on Krishna, the only goal of getting angry also is to please Krishna. And this secret she revealed to one of the Sakhis. When the Sakhi is asking, why you are getting angry on Krishna? And then at that time, Srimati Radharani, giving up all the anger, smiling at the Sakhi, she says, because when I get angry, he gets pleasure. Therefore I get angry. So there's no question of ego anywhere. There's no question of anything that is there. When it comes to Srimati Radharani, no personal agendas. The only thing that she knows is just please Krishna. He is pleased by food, by this particular bhoga offering, okay, I'll cook that. Okay, he is pleased by my anger, I'll get angry. He is pleased by something else, I'll please him like that. Oh, he is pleased by that gopi, I'll push that gopi towards Krishna. You go and please Krishna, you go and serve Krishna. So for Srimati Radharani, pleasure of Krishna is more important than she giving pleasure, not giving pleasure. It's a very big thing, very, very big thing. Many of the times we have this thing in our mind that I should be doing service, and only by my service Krishna will get pleasure. But then the fact is that the devotee like Srimati Radharani, the topmost devotee of the Lord, she has got this mode that doesn't matter who gives the pleasure, but Krishna should be pleased. And therefore she pushes various devotees towards Krishna, and therefore we say this entire moment of Krishna consciousness is pushing moment. We keep pushing people towards Krishna. And this entire mode of pushing comes from Srimati Radharani. And her anxiety cannot be understood at all. Very, very high level of anxiety. When Krishna left all the gopis and Srimati Radharani on the Rasasthali, at that time they sang the song of separation, Gopi Gita. In this month of Kartik, in Vrindavan Dham, even in Belgaum also, every day in the evening they sing Gopi Gita. And one of the stanza of that talks about the anxiety of these gopis. Chalasi yad vraja charayan pasho nalina sundara nath te pada shilatranan korai sedate tinaha kalilata manaha kanta gacchati. O Kantan, O dear Lord, Chalasiya turajak charayan pashon. You go away in the morning for grazing the cows. These cows keep walking wherever they want, and you keep walking behind them. Oh Lord, these cows will enter various sharp places where there are sharp stones. And when these cows eat the grass, the tip of the grass becomes very sharp. Whatever part remains on the ground. And these cows don't understand, they're not intelligent. And you are following these unintelligent ones. And here we are in anxiety. Why? Shila trinan kurai sida titinaha kalilata manaha kanta gacchati. Oh Lord, we are fearful that your soft lotus-like feet, when they step on the sharp stones or the sharp grass, what will happen to your feet? That anxiety we have, O Lord, all the time. And this is a fact that the entire day, the gopis would just be in anxiety. What would have happened to the Lord now? What would have happened to the Lord now? Did he step on the sharp stone? Or did he step on the sharp grass that is there on the street or on the road? All the time, this anxiety. Because the only thing that they had in their life was giving pleasure to Krishna. The only thing, nothing else, nothing else. Even Lord Shiva is glorifying Srimati Radharani in Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraj. And then he is begging Srimati, just imagine Srimati Radharani's position. Very beautifully he sings. Monindra Vranda Vandite Triloka Shoka Harini Prasanna Vaktra Pankaje Nikunja Bhovilasini Vrajendra Bhanu Nandinim Vrajendra Sonu Sangate Kada Karishyasi Hamam Kripaka Taksha Bhajanam. So Lord Shiva is not saying that, please look at me. He's saying, no. He's taking a very humble position. He's saying that whenever possible, from the corner of your eyes, you glance your merciful glance onto me. And he's saying, Manindra Vranda Vandite. Who is she? The great Munis, the great Indras, the great kings, the great sages, they all pay obeisance to Srimati Radharani. Manindra Vranda Vandite. Triloka Shoka Harini. See, in this world, one thing we have to understand is that all that suffering, all that pain that is there, all that can be removed by only devotional service. Yayatma suprasingdati. One can become completely satisfied, freed from all the suffering and pain of this world only when someone is practicing bhakti. And who is that who awards bhakti? Who is that Bhakti Devi? Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Lord Shiva is saying, Triloka Shoka Harini. You can capture or you can kidnap Harini. You can kidnap what? You can take away all the misery that the devotees have in all the three planetary systems. Triloka Shoka Harini. And various other pastimes that describe that how she very expertly does pastimes with Lord Shri Krishna. And she is the daughter of Rishabhanu Maharaj, who is very, very dear. That is Srimati Radharani, who is very, very dear. To whom? To the king of Vraja, that is Nanda Maharaj's son. Vrajendra Bhanu Nandinim Vrajendra Sonu Sangate. So in this way we understand that Srimati Radharani, she is very, very dear to Krishna. And Krishna makes a very strong statement in Narada Purana. We discussed this in the first class of Kartik Mas, the glories of Kartik. So where Krishna is telling very clearly, Satyam, Satyam, Punha Satyam. Satyam eva Punha Punha. Vina Radha Prasadena Mat Prasado na Vidyate. So Krishna is telling Narada Muni that let me tell you the truth, the greatest truth, that without attaining the mercy of Srimati Radharani, no one can get my mercy. And Prabhupada also makes it very clear. He tells in one of his lectures, he says, "Oh Srimati Radharani, please recommend my name to Krishna." If Srimati Radharani recommends our name to Krishna, Krishna can never reject us. Never. And she is a mother, having that soft heart. She accepts. She accepts those devotees who are very sincere, premi bhaktas. No, the devotees who have got moksha vacha, she does not accept them in Goloka Vrindavan. Only once, who want to serve Krishna, who have attained this prem, she accepts all of them. But yes, please come, please come. We'll all serve Krishna together. And there's a nice prayer which our Sanatana Goswami in Krishna Leela Stava, recently I came across this shloka. I'm very much attracted to this shloka, very beautiful shloka, which glorifies Krishna through the names of Srimati Radharani. Please repeat everyone. Radha Radhita Radhesha Radha Radhita Radhita Radhika Prana Vallabha Prana Vallabha Radha Ramana Vantetva Radhika Prema Nirjita Radha Radhita. I pay my obeisance to that personality who is worshipped by Srimati Radharani. Radha Radhita Radhesha. I offer my obeisance to that personality who is the controller of Srimati Radharani. Radha, Radhita, Radesha, Radhika, Prana Vallabha. I pay my obeisance to that personality whose heart and soul is Srimati Radharani. Radhika, Prana Vallabha. Or Radharani's heart and soul is that personality. Radhika, Prana Vallabha. Radha Ramana. This prayer is also offered as a pranam mantra to Radha Raman. Radha Ramana. I offer my obeisance to that personality who derives pleasure from Srimati Radharani. Radhika Prema Nirjita. I offer my obeisance to that personality who is conquered by Srimati Radharani's love. Now you can imagine that how great Srimati Radharani's position is when it comes to Lord Shri Krishna. He is sold out to Srimati Radharani completely because our love for Krishna cannot be comprehended by ordinary beings of this world. And here Satyavrata Muni, taking this great opportunity, when he's ending Damodarāṣṭakaṁ, the third line he says, Namo Radhikāyai. I pay obeisances to Radharani, who is Tvadiya Priyāyai. And he's saying, Tvadiya Priyāyai, oh Lord, she is very dear to you. Tvadiya Priyāyai. And Sanatana Goswami in Digdarshani Tika, he says, Tvadiya also stands for devotees. So she is not just dear to Krishna, she is dear to all the devotees also. All the devotees? Which devotees? Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees. So we see the mood of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Our entire line, the entire parampara is the parampara of worshippers of Srimati Radharani. After all our acharyas are manjaris. So we have Srimati Radharani, then we have sakhis who assist Srimati Radharani, and then we have the manjaris who assist the sakhis who are assisting Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya, he says, Gopi Bhartavu Padakabalayor Das Anudasa. We are servants of the servants. This mode of being servant of the servant is what is given to us in this parampara. Unique mode, which you will not find anywhere. Unique mode. And all these great personalities on the altar, these are not ordinary personalities. They are all the beautiful manjaris assisting the sakhis who are assisting Srimati Radharani. Like for example, Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari, assisting whom? Assisting Lalita Sakhi, who is so dear to Srimati Radharani. Sanatana Goswami, Rati Manjari. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Kamala Manjari. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Nayana Mani Manjari. Not ordinary beings, Baba. These are not ordinary beings. So every day when we are coming to take darshan, in the Mangalarati or in ordinary times also. So one thing you have to understand, when you pay obeisance to these personalities are ordinary acharyas. They are all the Nitya Siddhas of the spiritual world who are assisting Radha and Krishna in their pastimes. Therefore, when we pay obeisance, when we chant their pranam mantras, we should remember their position, their constitutional position in the spiritual world. How great these personalities are. And we should feel very proud that are connected to such a great parampara. Very, very great parampara. Even the other personalities, I would like to tell their names in the spiritual world. Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, Sri Guna Manjari, Jagannathas Babaji Maharaj, Rasika Manjari. And then the other Goswamis who were there, Jiva Goswami, Vilasa Manjari, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Raga Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami, Rasa Manjari, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Guna Manjari. See, all these great personalities have chosen whom? A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada to do this massive Herculean task of spreading Lord Chaitanya's message everywhere. They could have done by themselves, no? They could have, all of them Manjaris, they could have just gone around and preached the message to everyone, but they waited. They waited for the Senapati Bhakta of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come. And then, when Srila Prabhupada came, who is another great personality in this line, he did the miraculous Herculean task which was never heard before, which was never thought before. He distributed Govakira Premadhana Harinama Sankirtan. He distributed that Hare Krishna Mahamantra everywhere to everyone. And the mode of Gaudiya Vaishnavas is what? To serve Srimati Radharani, to give her pleasure. She gets pleasure when we serve Krishna, when we chant his holy names. And when we chant Krishna's holy name, when he is pleased, he blesses us with the attachment to Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Someone was saying, can you please explain what is Radha Dasyam? Now becoming servant of Srimati Radharani. Why in ISKCON no one talks about Radha Dasyam? And I had got one question like that. And I first become a Das. From Prabhu, you become a Das first. Das of Supreme Personality of Godhead. By His mercy will become, or later we will see, other things, the higher aspects of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, we will see Prabhupada always spoke of becoming servant of Krishna. Because naturally one will become servant of Srimati Radharani. So Srila Prabhupada gave us everything. Those people who point that, oh no, these higher rasas, these higher things Srila Prabhupada didn't speak. No, He has given. It will manifest with time. And how do we understand that He has given us everything? Krishna is pleased when we chant Srimati Radharani's name, and Radharani is pleased when we chant Krishna's name, and Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Radharani is there, Krishna is there. Hara is there, Krishna is there. Hara is there, Raman is there. So when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we understand very clearly that how these personalities are pleased. Krishna is pleased and He blesses us with attachment to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. The higher concepts which are there, maybe someday we will realize. But the ones who tried imitating all this at this neophyte stage, they will be doomed completely. They will be doomed completely. They will be destroyed completely. Because we cannot approach Srimati Radharani with this contaminated setup that we have. Yes. Once Radhesham Prabhu was asked, look at the contaminated situation of ours. One boy asked Radhesham Prabhu that, I'm not able to take darshan of Srimati Radharani. I'm so lusty. And Prabhuji was saying, we contaminated. You take darshan of Krishna only. That's what will happen. That's what will purify us. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, all the time, he emphasized with this one point, looking at our contaminated state, just become servant of Krishna. Purify yourself first. And whenever someone asked about Srimati Radharani, Prabhupada would become heavy. What qualification you have to understand about Srimati Radharani? And in this world, in India, how nonsensically people speak about the relation between Radha and Krishna. Why? Because in this contaminated state, the only thing that people can do is this, speak ill about the relation of our lordships. Therefore, it's very important that we become the servants of the Lord. And the only thing, the more that we have to get closer to these personalities is, I want to serve their lordships. And there's a word that is needed before serve. I only want to serve their lordships. I don't want to do anything in life except serving Śrī Śrī, Radha and Krishna. Radha, Krishna, Pranamor, Jugala Kishore. When will that day come when we'll also get this word? That they are my prana. So I have to serve only them. This is the mood that our acharyas are giving, Narottam Das Thakur is giving, who is another Manjari in our line. So in this way, here, Satyavrata Muni, he's offering his obeisances and he's saying, Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Oh Lord, I offer obeisances to Srimati Radharani, who is very, very dear to you. And then he concludes the entire Damodarāṣṭakaṁ with the last line. Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. I offer my obeisances to your Ananta Leela, your unlimited pastime. And Sanatana Goswami, he is writing in his commentary to Digdarshini Tika, or in his commentary called Digdarshini Tika, he says that which Leela is he talking about, Satyavrata Muni. He spoke about Radharani. Then the next thing that has to come is that Leela which is connected with Srimati Radharani. And he says, Ananta Leela. The word Ananta means unlimited. So Krishna took unlimited forms in what Leela? Called Rasa Leela. And here is paying obeisances. To that Ananta Leela, to Rasa Leela, I pay my obeisances. Another very important thing, Ananta Leela talks about all the Leelas of Krishna in which Krishna performed. Now I was just contemplating on this topic, that how important it is to pay obeisance and express our gratitude to Lord Krishna for performing these pastimes. This last line is extremely important, not just for Satyavrata Muni. He is offering his obeisance to Rasa Leela, which we don't know also what it is. But then we know the other pastimes of the Lord which we keep discussing in Srimad Bhagavatam class. So when he's saying Namo Nanta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam, and he's offering his obeisance to that Deva who performs unlimited pastime, we have to understand this is an offering of gratitude, from a sadhaka. That, oh Lord, if you didn't do these pastimes, then where is the question of I getting purified? There's no question of we getting purified. There's no question. Because only because we speak and we hear about the pastimes of the Lord, His messages, His activities, there is some hope that yes, we will also get purified. Why? Because Krishna's nine form qualities and pastimes have all the power to purify us. And therefore this obeisance that this great personality is paying is an obeisance or the offering of gratitude which every sadhaka also has to pay to the Lord every single day. Where we offer obeisance to Krishna and say thank you very much. You have manifested your unlimited pastimes. And his pastimes are unlimited. In Goloka Vrindavan, his pastimes are unlimited. In Bhauma Vrindavan, his pastimes are unlimited. In every ISKCON temple where there are deities of Śrī Śrī Radha and Krishna. They're continuously performing their pastimes. Just imagine if Lord does not decide to come onto this planet as Archa Vigraha, where is the question of we getting any opportunity to serve them? It will be just a theory in the page of Srimad Bhagavatam that we can serve Krishna. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have got this opportunity to serve their lordships, participate in the service leela of the lordships. The same service which the great Manjaris and Gopis offer in spiritual world, by Prabhupada's mercy, we Buddha Jivas who are filled with contamination, we are getting opportunity to offer. Make garlands for them, cook for them, dress them, massage their feet, massage their body, with the Sugandha Taila every day, when before Abhishekam. Can you imagine? So two personalities we have to be grateful every single day is one. Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya. We have to be grateful to the Supreme Personality of Godhead that you manifested your pastimes so that I can get purified. And second obeisance that is there, which with much more intensity we should offer it to our spiritual master A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and his disciples who are guiding us. Because those pastimes were there, but who made it accessible for all of us? These personalities. Therefore, this last stanza that is there of Damodarāṣṭakaṁ is very, very important philosophically for the siddhas and also for the sadhakas. The last stanza we'll sing again, remembering this entire explanation that we heard today. Namaste studamne sphura diptinamne tvadiyodharayatha vishwasya dāne Namo rahikaye tvadiya priyaye Namo nantalilaya devaya gopyā. Śrī Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakaṁ ki jai. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.